Hey guys, Carbon again. I got a lot of questions asking me about what I think the best junglers are, best way to build junglers, best way to play junglers. And so I thought it'd be nice if I created a little series where I go over some of my favourite junglers in solo queue, and give some tips and the like on how to succeed with them at the high level. I think Kha'Zix is probably the best jungler at the moment, in both solo queue and competitive. He's a bit riskier in solo queue, just because he's so squishy early, especially in his first clear. It's really easy to cheese him with stuff like Lee Sin and Pantheon, and pretty much any strong dueling jungler 1v1 is going to beat Kha'Zix. So yeah, bit stronger and competitive than solo queue, I think, but still one of my favourite champions. And yeah, one of the strongest champions in the game, I think. So I start Q for the most part. A lot of people, especially in competitive, start W, and that's only really for level 1 to be able to poke people out. Q is a lower cooldown and essentially the same damage. You only miss out on the heal, so I don't really see the point in taking W over Q, especially in solo queue. What I do here is I use my trinket. I save my trinket level 1 and I use it toward the side bush, and then I drag red to the other side. Elder Lizard into Brutalizer, followed by CDR Boots into Last Whisper is probably my favourite build in Kha'Zix and probably the best build. And with jump. So here it's about 8 minutes into the game. I've taken my second blue. I didn't give it to mid for no reason other than I was a bit greedy. I get some deep wards in. I get a pink in the river and a green one on the try to keep mid safe while I roam. T-Gun hits a hook here, or the Thresh hits a hook, which makes my life a lot easier. Always save your jump until they use gap close. You shouldn't use your E to gap close into the lane, because it means if you get counter ganked, it's super easy to kill you because you don't have an escape anymore. I have rockets by that stage, because I think evolving rockets is easily the best way to go, especially in this situation against a Twitch where he can get away with stealth, but with rockets there's no way. The other thing you want to keep track of is your passive unseen threat. Dodging in and out of bushes will give you your passive back, as well as proccing your ult, and every time you get it you hit a slow, so really important to manage that while you're ganking to get as much slow as possible. I'm just throwing W over the side here. I get poked out by Zed, which isn't great, but I get some counter poke, which is still not worth, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. So Ari's just zoning while we pull the dragon out of the pit. I hope we do. Okay, a little bit. Unfortunately, I miss a smite here. I get outsmited by Lee Sin, but we turn the fight very quickly. Lee gets bursted even through Kale ult, and then I jump in to shoot rockets. Now the thing about team fighting with Kha'Zix, particularly before you get wings, is it looks like I'm not really doing anything and my team is doing most of the work, because that's exactly how you should be team fighting. If you put all your points into W and you've evolved W, there's really no reason for you to be jumping in to melee range to auto and use Qs. Just kite in and out, use your W every time it's up to provide damage, slow and vision, and essentially you need to let your team clean up the fight. Okay, I wanted to show you a little bit of team fighting after you evolve wings. You become a lot more mobile, and at this point you also have your Q maxed out, so being a melee range is important. This is more a skirmish than a team fight, seeing as they're already low, but I get a reset on the Kale. I use my ult to gap close to the Zed, because I know Kale's about to die anyway. There's no point attacking her if she has an ult on. We turn and get the Zed, and then I push out. We set up for a Baron here, and I cut it out, but we do actually end up taking Baron off the back of those two picks, which ultimately leads to us winning this game with stealth. Okay, bit of map awareness there, guys. I wasn't watching myself, I was watching these two guys down here. Zed jumps straight over the wall, and fortunately for me, gets 1v1 by Lucian. The reason I've decided to leave in this little clip of me and Twitch in a skirmish, other than the fact that it's a bit of an outplay, is to demonstrate that you can actually soak a lot of damage, even building full DPS, just with your ult and your jump. You're super mobile, so you can constantly distract people, zooming in and out with flash, which is exactly what I managed to do there. They even have a pink ward in the bush, which I didn't know at the time of the fight, but just by stealthing, moving out of vision, jumping back into vision, moving out of vision again, and then finally jumping back in vision for the kill and the reset, I've managed to distract Twitch for long enough that he wasn't able to do much damage to our team, and we were able to kill him and get out. Well, that's it. Hopefully you learned something. I apologise for the shitty editing. I haven't done anything like this before, so you'll have to bear with me while I learn how to use the software. I'm hoping to do a Fizz Jungle guide for the next one, which will hopefully take me less time, because I kind of figured it out a little bit more this time. I'm also in the process of making my vlog for PAX, but that should be substantially easier to record. So, yeah, thanks, see ya.